Hey everybody, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to answer a viewer's question because I thought it was a pretty good one, and this comes from Joey. And I took some notes that I could read so that I don't screw it up too badly. I have 5 pounds of flaked corn and 5 pounds of cornmeal. I want to mash them both, but I know I need to gelatinize the cornmeal first. So how and when would I incorporate the flaked corn, as it is my understanding that it is already gelatinized? And he goes on to describe that he's doing a 5-gallon batch and would like to know how I would allocate the water. So, Joey, here's how I would do it. First of all, you also had said that you were using liquid enzymes. So I'm going to describe this as if I'm using the Broken Bones Distillery high temperature liquid enzymes, because depending on the brand that you use, you're going to want to follow their temperature requirements or suggestions. So here's how I would do it. I would bring my water to a boil, and then I would turn off the heat and I would start stirring in the cornmeal slowly, methodically, to make sure there are no dough balls. If you end up with a dough ball, the center of the dough ball stays dry, never gets wet, and therefore will never convert, so you won't get 100% conversion. So once it's all stirred in completely, then I'm going to add in my high temp amylase, and for the Broken Bones Distillery, it's the lighter colored one, and that is going to break down those starches into long chain sugars. Now, these are not fermentable sugars, so you can't just use the high temperature amylase. Once you've done that and you've stirred it in real well, mixed it all up, then you can add in your flaked corn, because you can't over hydrolyze it. So you can put it in right now. Just as soon as you've stirred in the cornmeal and added your amylase, you can put in the flaked corn, or you can wait a little while. Like, it doesn't take long. All you've got to do is hydrolyze it, and it just doesn't take that long. So that's how I would do it. And then you're going to let the temperature fall naturally. That's why I put in all 5 gallons, boiled all 5 gallons up front, because I'm not setting aside some to cool it down once I want to get to a certain temperature, because we only have 2 targets when we're doing it this way. 190 degrees for the gelatinization of the cornmeal, and then 100 degrees to pitch the glucoamylase and then pitch the yeast. So we're not trying to stop it. We're not trying to get to 158 and then 143 and all the other things that we would normally do if we're using powdered enzymes or if we're using malted grains. So once you get down to 100 degrees, then I would put in my glucoamylase. Going to let that set for 3 hours to do its job, because the glucoamylase is going to break those long chain sugars down into fermentable sugars, and that's when we want to take our reading, our specific gravity reading, so that we have a starting gravity. Then you can pitch your yeast. So you don't want to pitch your yeast before you get your starting gravity, because then it's kind of working against you. Although, if you do it quickly, it's not that big a deal. But you want to give the glucoamylase about 3 hours to work. So that's it. That's how I would do it. It's pretty simple. And I hope that answered your questions. If not, Joey, you've got my email. Send me another question, brother. That's it. See y'all on the next one.